Okay, so manifestation. You've heard the word 1,000 times. It's on your For You page, it's in every Get What You Want video. People are out there manifesting Teslas and soulmates and six-figure incomes like it's a group chat wish list. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise, the actual thing got lost. Because here's what nobody tells you: manifestation isn't a hack, it's not a vibe, it's not think positive and the universe, Amazon delivers your dream life. That's not the version that gets sold to you because it's easy to package and easier to sell. The real thing is older, weirder, and honestly more demanding than that. It's not about asking the universe for things, it's about understanding the actual mechanics of how reality responds to you. And most people skip straight to the manifesting part without ever learning the rules underneath it. So, before we talk about how to use this stuff, and that's a whole other video, we need to talk about what it actually is: the laws, the foundation, the stuff usually buried under 15 layers of aesthetic candle content. Let's get into it. Here's the problem with how manifestation shows up online: it's been flattened into a single idea. Think it, you feel it, and then you'll get it. And that's not wrong exactly, but it's incomplete to the point of being useless. It's like being told, just eat healthy with zero explanation of what a nutrient is. It is technically true, but most practically useless. Because what would a person do? Manifestation, as most people understand it today, actually comes from a much older body of thought, largely from a set of ideas called the Hermetic principles, ancient Hermetic principles. There are seven of these principles, sometimes called laws, and they're not mystical suggestions. They're closer to a description of how energy and consciousness actually behaves. Some of them line up strangely with things physics has independently figured out, which is part of why this isn't just spiritual bypassing dressed up in nice font. We're now understanding the laws of the universe. The first one is the law of mentalism. It basically means everything is mental. Reality, as you experience it, it is happening inside consciousness first. Not your positive thoughts create a car in a parking lot type shit. More like the mind is the lens every single thing gets filtered through before you call it real. This matters very much because it means your internal world isn't separate from your external one. They're not two different rooms, even if it feels like it. It's one room and your mind is the light in it. Number two, the law of correspondence. As above, so below. You've probably seen this phrase somewhere aesthetic and basically everywhere and had no idea it meant anything. Here's what it actually means. As above, so below. The patterns that show up in one part of your life show up in every part of your life. The way you handle a small disappointment is the way you will handle a big one. The dynamic in your friendships is probably showing up in your family too, just wearing a different outfit. Manifestation work often starts here, in this core, because if you want to change a pattern, you don't chase it in one location, you find where else it is hiding. Be sure to find the nooks. Number 3, the law of vibration. Everything is energy in motion. Not in a witchy woo-woo way, but in a literal physics way. Atoms vibrate. Everything that exists is vibrating at some frequency, including you, including your emotional states, everything. This is the actual root of raise your vibration, a phrase that has been said so many times it stopped meaning anything. What it's pointing at is real, your internal state, your emotional frequency. It's not neutral, it's active, it's doing something, and it tends to align or attract with things vibrating similar. Here's the law of polarity. Everything has an opposite, and both ends are actually the same thing at different intensities. Hot and cold are both temperature. Love and hate are both deep emotional charge pointed in different directions. Why this matters for manifestation is that you don't get rid of the thing you do not want by fighting it directly. You move along the spectrum towards the other end. You build enough safety that fear has less charge in. Next, the law of rhythm. Everything moves in cycles. Tides, seasons, momentum. Nothing stays at a peak and nothing stays at a low forever. This one is the antidote to panic. When you're in a hard season, this law is the reminder that rhythm always turns the law of cause and effect. Nothing happens by accident. Every effect has a cause, and even when cause is invisible or delayed, it has a cause. This is the law that makes manifestation not magic, but every internal state you hold is a cause, quietly generating effects, whether or not you are paying attention to it. Next, the law of gender. Every person and every process holds both a masculine and a feminine energetic principle, active and receptive, giving and receiving, doing and being. Manifestation fails a lot for people stuck only in the doing, pushing, forcing, controlling phase. And the receiving half, allowing, trusting, letting go, and letting something arrive, is just as important as the doing. It is not optional, just usually the one people skip. Right, we're now getting to what is manifestation actually. Manifestation is not wanting something so hard it appears. Manifestation is a process by which your internal state, thought, emotion, and the vibration underneath both organizes your perception, your decisions, and your alignment with opportunity until the external world reflects what's already been established internally. Internal state first, external reality second, and always in that order. Let me say that again. This is why just think positive fails so often, because thinking is only one layer. Underneath the thought is an emotional charge, and underneath that is a vibrational state. And if those aren't in agreement, nothing moves. You can say, I am abundant in the mirror every morning while your nervous system is running on scarcity, and the nervous system wins. It always wins. It's louder and older than the sentence. It's logic. So, the real staple understanding is this. Manifestation isn't asking, it's alignment. It's bringing your thought, your emotional charge, and your energetic frequency into agreement, and then letting cause and effect, rhythm, correspondence do what they already do constantly, whether you're intentional about it or not. You are always manifesting. That's the part that usually gets left out. So that's the real deal. Not the vision board version. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect. 7 laws that were never really secret, just buried under 100 years of repackaging. Now here's the thing. Knowing the laws isn't the same as living them. Understanding vibration intellectually doesn't shift your vibration. That's a completely different skill. Hence the difference between people who understand manifestation and people who actually use it. That's the next video. How to actually apply this. The practical, daily, uncomfortable work of alignment. These are not affirmations you don't believe. The real mechanics of shifting your internal state. So reality has no choice but to follow. We're gonna do that. If this landed with you, then the next video is where it gets real. See you there.